What do I like more than a cup of coffee? The Ordinary. Yes, I love Ordinary more than I love my caffeine. The Ordinary is not only one of my favorite brands, but they are also 23% off, as well as everything from Deciem. November is a lot of things, including my birthday, but it is also Slowvember. And The Ordinary and Deciem decided we want to fight hyper-consumerism, especially when it comes to skincare. It takes time to choose the right product, and so they created this idea of having a sale that lasts the entire month. So yes, 23% off of literally everything from Deciem as the parent company, and all of their little baby brands such as The Ordinary and Hylamide and Niod. And I, your acne big sister, resident medical esthetician, and heavily caffeinated sister, as in sister, am here to break down what I believe is worth the money and what is actually a ripoff, even if it is 23% off. Before we talk about holiday sets and products that are and are definitely not worth it, why is this a good thing? Well, hyperconsumerism is frustrating, especially when it comes to skincare. We tend to buy things on a whim, which, trust me, I definitely do, but really good, thoughtful planning help our skin and our current routine so that we can actually get things that work for us. It doesn't apply as much pressure as a lot of the Black Friday sales do, and this is something that I struggle with personally. I consider myself to be pretty good when it comes to consumerism and when it comes to my eco footprint, especially compared to who I used to be. There's a whole bunch of things that I do. However, the one area that is my guilty pleasure is skincare. It is my job, it is my work, it is my love, and yes, I can tend to go overboard. And I share that with friends and family, but let me just say, the Black Friday deals, they get me. I am pretty sure they're probably gonna get me again this year. But it is the one thing that I allow myself to indulge in that way. And it's also something that I can learn from, I can grow from as I try. And I can share this with everyone else, and hopefully this Slowvember can become a new way for us to consume items with purpose and for our skin, as opposed to just on a whim. The other good thing about it is that the stock doesn't run out. You know, The Ordinary is in high demand, so is Niod and some of the other brands there. And if there's no run out because of the supply chain and because people have time early to shop for it, you know, it doesn't all go whoosh in one day. And then we're left without our favorite serum or our favorite glycolic acid toner for an entire month, and then our skin freaks out. Oh yeah, that's fun. So let's dive in and talk about the must-haves. You know, The Ordinary is already inexpensive, so it is really great even if you don't get something 23% off. But if you did want a chance to stock up on some of the essentials, that's what I'm doing. The first is the azelaic acid. This one from The Ordinary is lovely. This is a 10% suspension, and it is amazing for anyone who has rosacea or acne, and even if you're pregnant, this is pregnancy safe. Still always need to talk to a doctor or a derm. We've done an entire video that includes this product that takes you through a pregnancy safe skincare routine, but this product is really phenomenal. Some people don't like that it's grainy. I will say that there are other products that are less grainy that contain azelaic acid, but overall, this formula is so great. You can use it day or night. It's inexpensive, it's effective, and if you've never tried azelaic acid before but you want to, the price of this is perfect. It works for most skin types, and I would say this is one of the best beginner azelaic acid products on the market, because if you don't like it, it was $7 with another 23% off. It's like $6, that's not bad. The other one for my acne prone bebés is the Niacinamide and Zinc, and they actually have the mini, but I actually got the big one. They have a big size now, and my skin loves this. For anyone who has acne or struggles with hyperpigmentation, niacinamide can be great. The zinc PCA in here is also a zinc salt, can really help with oil regulation. Niacinamide can also help with hyperpigmentation and with those little blemishes that are left behind after acne. Now that being said, this product isn't for everyone. There are some people that react negatively to niacinamide or to this formula, and if you are someone who has sensitive skin, this probably won't be for you. But if you've always wanted to try it and you've just never bit the bullet, the price is right on this one, and just make sure that you're always patch testing first, because everyone's skin is different. But if you are oily, oh my gosh, this is an oily, acne-prone person's best friend. Talk to the center of my forehead, please and thank you, because this serum has been one of my holy grails ever since I found it 2 to 3 years ago, and yes, I will be stocking up. Oh my god, how could I have even forgotten? How is this not first? I mean, can you even guess? Do you know what I love? Pain. Why? Because I've got issues. I love burning my skin off with acid peels, and my skin is very resilient, kind of like my coffee's ability to get me up in the morning. And I love this product, but there are some people that this product is simply not for. It can burn some people's skin, it can be overly irritating, but then there are other people who just don't feel it at all. We did a video, I think you saw it. Did you see it? Did you not see it? We reacted to 1-star reviews of my favorite products, and boy, did some people have some things to say about this product. But I love putting this cranberry red bloodbath on my face, letting it exfoliate, help with my acne. It is amazing. Salicylic acid, alpha hydroxy acids, Tasmanian pepperberry, you know the drill. And if you're nervous about it, this is the time to get it, but patch test first. Remember that they almost had a lawsuit and like it could have potentially been a class action and I was worried they would take it off the market? Let's just hope that the Black Friday craze does not take this product off the market, because if the supply chain impacted this product, I don't know what I would do. And then some of our retinoids, bebés, I love the retinoids. We can get some great retinoids from doctors and derms with prescriptions. There are some other ones from Medicate that I love. But if you're looking for a really good retinoid oil, Dermalogica has a great one, but The Ordinary is really inexpensive and it's a great way to get your hands on a basic one. If you are on a budget and if you're trying to use a retinoid, this is one of the best budget-friendly options. There are other ones, as mentioned, Dermalogica, Apostrophe, other brands that I actually recommend a bit more, but Acne Free and The Ordinary have some of the best low-cost options. I would recommend the retinol in oil in Squalane. I feel like that is the best one, and it's really nice because you can kind of put it on, it seals things in for the winter, and it's really like a nice nighttime serum. But if you didn't want that, the Granactive retinoid is one of my favorites. It's a really innovative way to apply a retinoid serum to the skin. It is nice, it absorbs well, and I notice differences in both the brightness of my skin as well as my acne scars and texture when I use it. Again, it's one of those products that I truly fell in love with, and you know that I'll be stocking up. And you know, The Ordinary, like the packages, they also make really good stocking stuffers. Like they are the perfect size for a stocking stuffer. Just whoosh, stuff my stocking with skincare, you skintellectual. Why does everything sound sexual when I say it that way? Anyways, let's get to the stuff that you should save your money on, that you should not bother with. The Ordinary's niacinamide powder. You guys, I bought the hype when this came out. I thought it was amazing and I used it for months and then almost a year. It made my skin irritated. It made my skin burn. We've got an entire video of that debacle and it was so difficult for me because I expected better from The Ordinary. I was excited about the brand and I realized I was a victim of consumer marketing. Ugh. Frustrating. I bought into the hype, and just the way your best friend can be a bitch, there can be products from a favorite brand that do not do your skin justice, and this product was one of them. You know, the reason that The Ordinary launched some of their powdered formulas, like the vitamin C, is because vitamin C is unstable. You can mix it yourself, you know, kind of have a little fun with it. However, the niacinamide powder, it's stable. There's no reason. It irritated my skin. It irritates most people's skin. You shouldn't be using niacinamide at 100%, and most of the efficacy we see in formulations that are, you know, 2 to 10%. Why do overkill? This one is a hard pass, even if it is on sale. Now, the other one, this pains me, but is it just me, or have more brands been coming out with sunscreens? Because, again, this really pains me, but The Ordinary sunscreen is not cutting it. I've used sunscreen ever since I was a child because my mother would slather me up, in the words of Christian Dominique, like a greasy turkey. I used to have to wear one of those UPF swimsuits, like a literal Barney full-body swimsuit. So I grew up with these greasy, nasty sunscreens. And when I first started using The Ordinary, I was impressed because The Ordinary and Juice Beauty, like they were not as greasy, pasty as some of the sunscreens that my mama used to put on me. And those also didn't burn my eyes. But as more brands have come out with sunscreens, like I don't know about you, but I feel like all of the brands are like, oh, sunscreens matter? Cool, let's make one. I'm happy about that. But as these brands are coming out with new formulas, I'm like, The Ordinary went from like a 7 out of 10 to like a 4 out of 10 in my books. This Ordinary UV Filter 30 with antioxidants just ain't it, sis. And I would recommend getting just like a vitamin C serum, putting it under a really nice sunscreen that doesn't flash back, and you would have a much better time. Now, what am I getting from Niod? The Superoxide Dismutase. Oh my god, this mist is amazing. Talk about antioxidants that you might want to apply underneath a sunscreen. This is it. This purple little bottle has superoxide dismutase, such an amazing antioxidant. And although it's not the same as sunscreen, there are some studies that are looking at its potential to boost up a sunscreen or to help with UV damage from the sun. The entire Niod line is like The Ordinary's big sister. It's like an elevated version with patented science, and it's like the leveled up version. It's literally, you know, the big sister who got her PhD in molecular biology, and she's got her laptop case, she wears a nice dress, and she she knows what the f she's here to do, and she doesn't take bullshit from anyone. She's smart, and she's a badass, and she looks good, and I am into it. Now, she's a little bit more pricey, like she wears an expensive handbag, but at least it's vegan and cruelty-free, like it's not leather. And so, yeah, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. And that's how I see Niod versus The Ordinary is that best friend, that person you can kind of hang around with, but they're kind of scrappy, you know, like they still eat the French fries with their fingertips and they slop a little ketchup on their shirt. Like it's not always 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between these two brands, but I love them both. But the superoxide dismutase is where it is added to cart. Also, I have tried every single product from The Ordinary and I've reviewed them all on TikTok, but I haven't tried every single product from Niod. So I am going to be getting the photography fluid, the survival fluid. Then they have this like lip tint that people say actually works. It's supposed to change your lip color over time. And boy, could I use a berry pout, but if I could do a little tint, I might want to. And then I did purchase the eye stuff, and ooh, if you're not subscribed, we are going to be tackling that in the future with a before and after. So happy early holidays. That content is a-coming for you. I am also going to be stocking up on my copper peptides. The copper peptides from Niod are so fun. You get to mix them and activate them together. You should use them within 30 to 60 days. So if I'm buying this, if I'm mixing it end of November, I'm probably going to use it during December. I still have to look at my 28-day skincare challenge and see how I'm doing with that because I tend to want to get all the things and I just want to put them on my face. But oh my gosh, the copper amino isolate from Niod is so flippin' good. Added to cart, and for 23% off, I don't feel bad about it. What I am not getting is the neck elasticity. Motherfuckers, like this is literally an overpriced moisturizer that's being used as a neck cream. And if it doesn't have sunscreen, like don't talk to me. What is this? What is this? Why? I don't understand. And I don't think that you need to buy a neck cream. Now, if you're trying to get a gift for a family member or for someone who's not super skin savvy, they want something nice, they want that ordinary big sister, a little science-y, they want a good moisturizer, sure, get them a neck cream, but just know that they could put it all over their face. This is one that I am going to be passing on. And then also, do they still have that vaccine fluid? I've got a feeling about that. Like that was pure marketing. It's not a vaccine. This is not a vaccine fluid. Like what the f are you talking about? And you know that it's because the word vaccine was being searched and they were trying to pick up on search traffic. Like I see what you did there. Is that still for sale? I don't know. But either way, the answer right now is no, unless you request it and force me to try it so that you don't have to buy it. Okay? And I'll try to do it from an unbiased perspective, but your wish is my command. I'm a genie in a chemical-filled bottle. The comments box is basically a big request section. Now, what is underrated? Oh my God, my itty bitty Pycnogenol. You guys, my Pycnogenol is one of my favorite products, one of the best antioxidant serums. It works so well. It soaks into the skin like a dream. It's this beautiful amber color. It smells like fresh cut pine. And then it just absorbs into my pores. The Pycnogenol is so underrated. And if you haven't tried it, you kind of need to. If you're worried about graceful aging, if you want antioxidants underneath your sunscreen, if you live in a big city, this is one of the best products you can get. Or if you're just around, you know, a place that has a lot of environmental pollution, this is so good for skin, especially under sunscreen. It doesn't ball up or get gross, you know? One of my favorites, and it needs more hype. And you know what? The bee oil is also really good. The Ordinary's bee oil is fantastic. I am stocking up on it because my bee oil had a bit of a mistake. I accidentally left it in the car and it started to swell. So the entire tip of my bee oil is like large and then it smells. It smell hella funky. Ooh, yuck. This is called an expired product. This oxidized. This is not the bee oil that I bought. You nasty. So I will be stocking up on the bee oil and I feel like it's really underrated. If you're looking for a great oil that actually supports skin, that nourishes and really invigorates as well as smoothing over those dead keratinocytes, the bee oil is the baby. And if you're doing the retinoid oil, you could do the retinoid oil at night and the bee oil during the day, especially for winter. For those of us who are getting little dry patches, if you're not extremely oily, this one's a winner. And the underrated products from Niod, ooh, there is one that is my baby. The modulating glucosides. I love these. Oh my God. If you want some nice hydration, if you want something luxurious on the skin, Beauty Within made me buy this, and you know that for 23% off, I am buying this motherfucker again. We've also got a couple of wild cards that I feel like deserve a little attention. The EUK from The Ordinary is one that I used to use in the past, not much anymore. It's a little bit finicky because it's hard to use, but she's like a little secret agent. She got, you know, she got some tricks up her sleeves. The EUK can't be used with a lot of acidic products. You do have to be careful when adding it to a routine. I always need to like look at every single product and make sure that I know kind of what I'm combining, but it's a wild card for a good reason. And it's related to that superoxide dismutase. So if you want that in like a serum form, really, really good. They say that it's a mimetic of superoxide dismutase and catalase and that it's a regenerating molecule. So basically it refreshes itself. But if you're looking for like a next level antioxidant, this is probably going to be it. And I feel like it's a wild card that deserves some attention. And then a wild card from Niod, I am getting the Sanskrit saponin. So I first used this along with the flavonoid mud when I think it was Wayne Goss who recommended it in one of his videos like 3 or 4 years ago, and that's when I got it. Sanskrit saponins is so nice. It takes these principles from Ayurvedic medicine and they have these plant-based surfactants that help to cleanse the skin. Ayurvedic medicine and Eastern medicine is something that I'm so interested in learning more about because there's not a lot of research on it. It's not taught in Western medicine, and just because it's not taught doesn't mean it's not right. You know, a lot of times there's no funding, like there's no medical money behind it, so a lot of these things don't get tested. And while I don't understand or don't know everything about different doshas and Ayurvedic medicine and how that plays into products that people choose to use, it's something that I think is beautiful and interesting. And there are lots of things such as acupressure, acupuncture, Ayurveda, etc. that I would like to learn more about. Now, one of the best Ayurvedic lines that I've ever used is from Ranvat, but they are very expensive. They are female founded, made here in San Francisco. I love the founder and her story, so I will pay extra money. I will pay $130 for that shit because I believe in her and what she's doing. However, for the Sanskrit saponins, this is a product that also takes those traditional medicine ideas and puts them into a formula, and it's something that I'd like to retry. And again, I loved this in the past. I think that I have a little bit of a bias, which as humans we always do. मैं Punjabi बोलते हैं, and Punjabi and Hindi are Sanskrit-derived languages, and so I just see those as so beautiful, so I have an affinity towards them. But taking that out, I want to try the product start to finish and try to remove those biases and see how the mud actually works on my face. Because the tube that I had, I tried it and I loved it back then, but the formula changed since then. And I think that whatever is left in that tube is like caking up somewhere in a drawer in my bathroom. I should probably go check on that. Yes, it is time for a refresh and a retry of this one. And then our lovely holiday sets. I love a good Christmas gift for myself or for others, but there are some that are just not worth the money. Now, The Ordinary does have some that I do like, and for 23% off of the Bright set is being added to cart. The Bright set comes with the Squalane Cleanser, which actually is not my favorite, but they also have the caffeine solution at 5% plus EGCG, the glycolic acid 7% toning solution, and the ethylated ascorbic acid at 15%. This really is a brightening scent. The only product in here that I don't love is the Squalane Cleanser, but people who have dry skin love the Squalane Cleanser. For instance, Sarah Palmyra, she's an amazing TikToker. She and I got to shop for each other inside of Target and try to find products for each other's skin type. I hate this cleanser, yet it's one of her favorites because she has dry skin. This set is so good. It's a great way to get some favorites, and even the caffeine solution, you don't have to apply it just under the eyes. You can apply it all over the face. It's amazing under sunscreens, and if you literally got this set plus a sunscreen from another brand, put them together, bam! One of the least expensive, most well thought out, and nicest Christmas gifts that you could get for a skintellectual. Or Thanksgiving or holiday or Kwanzaa or New Year's or whatever other holiday people choose to celebrate. We should make our own holiday. We should make a skintellectual holiday. Bookmark this. We'll come back to it. The no-brainer set is also a no-brainer. It was $29, but now it's like $23, and this was actually the first set of Ordinary products that I ever got or ever tried. The natural moisturizing factors, the Granactive Retinoid, and the Buffet. That is how I was introduced to this entire line, and these were the products that made me fall in love with them. This really brings me back to being in my bathroom with the ugly red sink, thinking to myself, who is this brand that actually knows what a retinoid is and what is a Granactive Retinoid? And tell me about the peptides in this buffet. It was beautiful to see a line that at the time was inexpensive and actually spoke to me. So this one takes it all the way back. Is it the best of the best? No, but is it a great starting point, or is it just a great restock? Absolutely. Natural moisturizing factors are also great. If you have super dry skin, won't be enough. If you tend to be oily, it's a good one. I love this one. And yes, the no-brainer set is a no-brainer. Now, what does not deserve the hype? The daily set. This is so bad. It was $19, now it's 14 something. The answer is still no. It's the Squalane Cleanser, which for my oily acne-prone skin, I don't like. It's the hyaluronic acid and vitamin B. It's a good product, but it's not great, and I would just purchase this alone. And then it is the natural moisturizing factors, which, yeah, okay, like it's good, it's not bad, but it's not the best. And this set just doesn't cut it for me. And even the hyaluronic acid B5, I find that it doesn't play well with the natural moisturizing factors. This one's just a no. And if you're calling it a daily set and you don't have a sunscreen, just don't piss me off like this. I'm sensitive, okay? And I am happily slathered in sunscreen. And unfortunately, Niod only has one set. It was $70, it's now $53.90, and this is an absolute no from me. This has the photography fluid, which to me is basically like a serum slash makeup. Like photography fluid, like what does it do? Does it take pictures of me? No, okay, please explain. And then we have the fractionated eye concentrate. No, again, video on that coming soon. The low viscosity cleansing ester is not bad, but it's not a fave. Like I'd rather do the flavonoid mud. And then the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex is the only thing in here that I really like. And what I would say is, instead of spending $50 on this, just get the 23% off of the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. This bundle, me no likey. And again, eye cream video coming soon. Now, if you are shopping for someone who wants to get into skincare, maybe has more mature skin, and there's someone who says, I know I don't need an eye cream, but I want one, and maybe someone who's worried about fine lines and wrinkles and actually really likes to put on makeup, then this set could be good, because this cleansing ester can be good, you know, for those who wear makeup. And then the photography fluid, again, videos very soon. Oh my God, the holidays are coming early with this content, bebe. I am keeping you fed. Mwah! Mama gotta put that food on the table for you. If there are three things that you absolutely need, it's the AHA/BHA from The Ordinary, it's the pycnogenol, and then it's the superoxide dismutase. I can't get enough of them. And with this Slowvember sale, like I just love what they're doing, fighting hyper consumerism and giving people options so that you can see what you want. You have an entire month to decide and see actually what fits into your routine. It's slow, it's steady, it gives us time to choose. I think that a brand is actually doing that is a beautiful thing. Now, am I still going to be doing some Black Friday shopping? Probably. Unfortunately, if you didn't know, I do give little goodies away to our subscribers and our beautiful butterflies and our Patreon and our Discord members. We have little gift boxes that go out every now and again, and I will be stocking up for that. So that is my way of excusing this bad habit of mine, which, speaking of, I think Bad Habit is having a sale, which I might need to try. But consumerism aside, I like that this is a Slowvember conversation that we are having and that we are assessing so that we can put our money where our morals are and make our skincare work for us. Overall, remember to take a moment to slow things down and appreciate the beautiful skin that you are in, which means being beautiful both inside and out. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.